How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and forgive me if I still sound a bit strange. I do have a bit of a cold, and I did bring this up in a different video, so if you didn't watch that video, well, now you know that I do have a bit of a cold, which is why I sound a bit weird. But I'm pretty excited to be taking a look at these units, primarily Gohan, just because I feel like he was one of the most potential in a way. But obviously we will get into his card in a moment, but basically, if you didn't know, several World Tournament rewards got a rebirth, which is awesome, and it's amazing to see how good some of them got, and how some of them didn't improve as much as I would like them to. But one of the things that I really like about this Gohan, again, many people pointed this out, I did a video with a pan lead where it basically gave 2 key and a 30% stat boost to AGL and physical types, but the Gohan here gives 2 key and a 30% stat boost to STR and int types. Now, I've been waiting for a while for them to release a STR/physical lead. Alternatively, you could run the physical Arale, as I mentioned earlier, because she basically has the better leader skill, but it's a rainbow lead, obviously. And the reason why I want an STR/physical is because I am extremely interested to see how well a Vegito Blue and Omega Shenron will work on the same team. Obviously, he does reduce damage, but lowers attack by 30% if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, when you combine that with Vegito Blue's damage reduction, he would obviously tank a bit better, and it would be interesting to see. So hopefully they do bring a leader skill like that in the future. They seem to be going with these dual leader skills, which is nice. But let's move on to the what little voice crack there. Let's move on to the rest of the card. He causes supreme damage and he rarely stuns, so that didn't really change. I'm pretty sure he caused supreme damage before. Here's a problem. The main problem before was his passive skill. But now it's key +3 and a 15,000 attack boost, and that sounds pretty damn good. But then you read the next part, when you're facing 2 or more enemies. Oh, why, Bandai? Why? The reason why this is bad, the majority of the time you're only going to be taking on 1 enemy, so this is completely useless during Dokkan events. The only Dokkan event that I can think of where this may actually be useful is the second stage of Super Saiyan Rose Dokkan event, the first stage of the Cell event, and first stage of the Golden Frieza event. So it's unfortunate because he had a lot of potential. They didn't really give him any other good key links. He obviously does have Shattering the Limit. He has All in the Family, the Saiyan lineage, which is probably his main key link here. Shattering the Limit isn't that common amongst the optimal teams, but again, not everyone is going to have the optimal team. I'm just pointing out that on an optimal team he wouldn't really fit that well, and even if you were just to start off with a unit like this, he wouldn't be that great, and the reason being his passive is never going to activate unless you're taking on story missions, and it's unfortunate because, as I said before, he did have a lot of potential. I'm not certain if his chance to stun increase, rarely I believe is around 15, maybe 30%, so anywhere around that, so his chance to stun isn't even that high. His passive skill only activates when you're facing 2 or more enemies. Not really that many new links, which is unfortunate. He has a decent Toki multiplier, nothing crazy. But let's go ahead and see how well he would fit into a specific team. And obviously, as I brought up briefly, he just doesn't fit too well, and it's a shame because I think he has extremely dope art. So okay, so let's go ahead and make a team. So of course I'm going to be I think the guy added the Gohan to the database already. That's awesome, because sometimes it takes a bit longer than it normally would. For example, it may take like 2 or 3 days, but I think the guy who runs this portion of the website, or the Dokkan team building thing, updated it already, which is awesome. So realistically, you would be running a team like this. You would try to run as many Saiyans as possible. Realistically, with the Saiyan lineage link, obviously it isn't too common here. Who else are we going to grab here? Let's grab him. So literally no units with that link. Oh, poor Gohan. I mean, you could potentially run a Shattering the Limit link. That's something, I guess. So this is just an example of a good team that you can run. Obviously, you may remove a unit like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and put in Omega Shenron, because despite not getting as big of a boost as the heroes, Omega Shenron is still an amazing unit on Mono STR. Obviously, he isn't a Saiyan. He does share several links with the units here, of course, Shocking Speed and GT with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You have the GT link with Super Saiyan 3, Fierce Battle over here. So Gohan doesn't fit here, but let's see how well he can fit on a hero team. Quickly go ahead and grab some of the units that would make, why isn't he going, there we go, that will make their way onto an optimal, why is this being so slow, on an optimal hero team. So Vegito Blue, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Gogeta, who else are we going to grab? Super Vegito, of course. I don't know why, it's been kind of laggy. Okay, so we finally managed to find him, and you can probably tell that's kind of laggy, unfortunately, but I should be able to sort it out by the next video. But as you can clearly tell, literally not that many links shared, and the ones that they do share are just not that great. If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be, let's quickly go back to his links, that might be Power Bestowed by God. Actually, I'm pretty certain it is Power Bestowed by God. So they share one link with the Gohan, and it's not necessarily a good one. It's not very common on a team like this. Obviously, both Vegetos do share it, but it provides nothing crazy. A 2,500 attack boost, no key. Again, Gohan does give himself key and an attack boost, but it's rarely going to be going off, especially during Dokkan events, which is obviously the main events that you're going to be taking on. If you're just going through the story quests, again, you're most likely not going to be running this Gohan, and it's a shame. And I think I've pretty much covered everything. Overall, he's not that great. I do believe that they could have made it much better if it was facing one enemy. That would have been fine. Or they could have even done, if you face 2 or more enemies, it doesn't activate. Just make it activate when you're facing one enemy. You know what I mean? So overall, he is not that great, and unfortunately, he is probably the worst of the Dokkans. I'm not going to lie to you, but I haven't really looked at the other ones too much, so I could be wrong, but he is definitely one of the worst rebirths that I have seen for the World Tournament units. But that is the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you found this video informative, leave a like, and of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You basically just watch my content, I guess, if you enjoy it. But I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.